been a while since my last reading wrap up, so I decided that it is about time to update you guys on what I've been reading the last 2 months. I have 9 books to talk about today, so let's get started. Starting with the month of July, I read The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. It was funny, it was cute, it was definitely cringy and very cheesy and so like unrealistic, but I was here for it. This is a best friends to lovers. It follows Nathan and Bree. Basically, Nathan is like this football player or whatever, really popular, and his best friend Bree owns a dance studio. Word gets out that Bree has a little crush on her best friend. Nathan's publicist is basically like, you should run with this so that you can promote the playoffs, basically. I really just love this book for how simple and lighthearted it was. I really ate it up. Oh, I gave this a 4 stars. After this, I read Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and oh my gosh. I really need it. So this is another sports romance. They're in college. He's on the hockey team. She's on the figure skating team. It's very much reverse Grumpy Sunshine. Her life gets flipped upside down once her figure skating partner gets injured and she needs a replacement, but that's where Nathan steps up like the good man he is and helps her out. They go through a lot in this book. Okay, they go through a lot. My favorite part of this book was the found family. Oh my gosh. Like, you don't just get to know the main characters, okay? You get to know the hockey team, her best friend. Like, you get to know the people around, and it's what really makes this book so enjoyable. It also just had like really good mental health representation and healthy communication. Oh my gosh. When I tell you, I was so shocked by the way that they were just telling each other how they feel. I gave it a 4.75. It was really good. It was really good. Did you think we were done with the sports romance? We have Mile High by Liz Tomford. This book is definitely character driven. I felt like I was going through a growth journey with these characters. They are not the same people at the end as they were in the beginning. Like, they go through it. Xanders is this famous hockey player, whatever, and he's known for kind of being the bad boy. However, that's not who he really is. And the only one to figure that out is Stevie, their flight attendant for their private plane. Stevie's going through her own like insecurities and family problems, so they kind of just really help each other out, and it is so cute. This one also has really good mental health representation in it, and I just love that part. I love when they add that in books. It just makes it feel so much more realistic. I did give this book like a 3.5, and I think it's because at one point I did feel like disconnected from the book, and in the beginning it was kind of hard for me to get into it because it did feel just like straight up like physical attraction, and I was like, okay, where's the emotional connection here? This next book that I'm about to show you is my very first DNF. It was The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, and I don't know, it could have been just like I wasn't in the mood to read this. I do want to give it a second chance eventually because it sounds so good, but as I started it and as I kept reading, I just felt like so many random things were being thrown into this book. I was very confused. It felt all over the place. The pacing was weird to me. I don't know. Florence is a ghostwriter and she can see ghosts, and out of nowhere her editor is dead and she sees him and she's very confused. I guess she falls in love with the ghost because he has unfinished business with her or something. I don't know. If someone like actually comments saying how much they love this book and they think I should read it, I'll reread it. I promise. But as of right now, I just don't see myself doing so. Moving on. Okay, now we're getting into my August reads. The first book I finished in August was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Don't get me started with this book. Oh my gosh, there were so many. I felt so like, how do I put into words? Okay, first of all, I'll start by saying I really did enjoy this book. But let me also say I gave it like a 3.5 stars. When I first started reading this book, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a 5-star read. I love it so much. But then there's a trope in here that I couldn't just get past. I couldn't. It frustrated me so much. But I would definitely still recommend this book because I loved the characters so much. And the overall plot of the book was so good. It's just, I think there was more than one trope that really frustrated me too. So it's like, there was just some things that irked me in here. But basically, Brianna is a doctor at this hospital and Jacob just starts working there, and at first they have a bad interaction. So she automatically just doesn't like him, but then we find out that he just suffers social anxiety, and so because of that they're like communicating through letters in the beginning, and it's so cute and heartwarming, and Oh, I loved it. And then basically he ends up doing a favor for her, so she's kind of like, oh my gosh, let me do this favor for you, and it ends up being like a fake dating type situation. I definitely still thought about this book after I read it, but it's just because I got so frustrated reading it. I was like, yeah, no, I can't give it like a 5 stars. And I love the anxiety representation because I've never seen a character like that before. He was just such a good guy. And then there was Brianna. She was cool, I guess. Anyways, okay, the next book I read in August was The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This was one that I was really excited to read. However, I didn't really love it as much as I thought I would. So this follows Rowan, and basically he is given the task to make their family theme park called Dreamland better. However, he gets a little distracted by Zara. She is now given the opportunity to work with the creators to basically make the theme park better. If I'm being honest, I didn't really feel the chemistry between these two characters. Like, at first it just started with like physical attraction, and then when the emotional connection came in, I still really didn't buy it. But with this series, I heard that it just continues to get better, so I am still going to be finishing the rest of the series. What I will say is I loved the theme park in here. Like, I loved reading about it. I thought it was so much fun. Really, I was picturing Disney World. Like, in my head, I was thinking Disney World. But overall, I gave it 3 stars. I still am excited to read the rest of the series. Oh my gosh, I'm about to freak out because of this next book. Let me compose myself. Hold on. Next, I read Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I'm literally trying to compose myself. It was... like, I can't even describe to you how much I love this book. Like, I didn't realize how good it was going to be. Oh my gosh. Alex is the first son of the United States. Henry is the royal prince of England. So the media ends up finding out that they don't really like each other, and so the first president of the United States and the royal highnesses of England or something, basically they're like, no, we need the media to understand that they are like besties. And so Alex goes back to England to do like a, you know, publicity stunt, fake friendship between them, and they formed this really good relationship between the two, and it's so cute. Give it a try if you haven't. Red, White, and Royal Blue. You won't regret it. 5 stars. 5 stars. Beautiful. The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I give it a 3.5 stars. I heard that the second book in the series is better, so I am excited to read that one. I just don't own it yet. So this follows Casey, and she has this gift that she can read people very well, and so she's hired by the FBI to basically catch a serial killer. When I tell you how easy it was to read this book, just how fast-paced it was and like interesting, it was so entertaining. And in this, there is a group of gifted people that have different like abilities. They kind of help solve the puzzle. You can tell. There was a plot twist at the end that really did catch me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. I could definitely see the foreshadowing now that I finished it. I hear that's kind of like Criminal Minds, but I've never watched that show, so. Next book is The Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood, and I would tell you how much I rated this, but I actually don't know because I didn't finish this yet. But I'm gonna finish before the month ends, and here's the little clip of how I felt about it. 5 stars, easily. I'm sorry, I have to. Allie Hazelwood just does it every time for me. She just gets me. She knows what I need, and she delivers. Basically, there is Elsie and Jack. Elsie is a theoretical physicist, I think. Yes! Jack is an experimental physicist. Yes! Oh my gosh, wow, I learned so much. And in a way, it's kind of enemies to lovers because they both have their reasons for not really liking each other. But I want to say that kind of slowly fades away as Elsie realizes that Jack is the only one that really knows her for her. It was also really funny. Jack really just, the way he cares, he's a blueprint. He's a blueprint, okay? I need to stop, but you need to start reading this if you haven't yet. And those are all the books that I read in the past 2 months. Hopefully you got some good recs from this video. I'm happy that I finally got to update you guys on the books that I've been reading because I feel like there's been pretty wide variety. Let me know if you read any of these books and how you feel about them. Some of these books mentioned were in reading vlogs, so if you want to see my actual full like reactions while reading these books, go ahead and check out the description. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and since you're already here, might as well subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future book videos. Alright, I'll see you guys in my next video real soon. Bye! One of my a dahlia outside. Sorry. Don't mind her. Anywho. What is going on out there? Is that what it's called? Maple Hills? Wildfire?